Well, good morning, everyone. So I just want to start with, by a raise of hands, how many out there find yourself after a conversation or even an amazing opportunity doing the shoulda, coulda, woulda, should have said it differently, could have done it differently. I think it's a normal thing. We all do that. And the reason that we do it is because we know now what we didn't know then. We know how we'd want to do it differently. I am Shawn Handlovich, mental conditioning coach and consultant, and I am passionate about individuals that work within their communities. I enjoy being able to provide skills and tools to help enhance your overall quality of life at work and at home. And today I'm going to share with you the amazing tool of intentional meditation. And at the end of this presentation, I hope that you will feel more empowered about your ability to use your intentions to guide your day, as well as a little bit more relaxed and at ease for those of you who have not used meditation before. So I want to separate and make sure that we understand the difference between setting resolutions versus setting intentions. Now, a resolution is based on making a promise to ourselves to do something or to do something differently. Now, the first thing that comes to mind for me when I hear about promises and I think about it in this way is I think about the years of promises that I made to myself and how I kept making the same promise over and over again. Now, don't get me wrong, resolutions aren't bad, but they are challenging. They're challenging because we usually go all in, and they're usually too much, too big, or they are not really in alignment with our lifestyle. Research actually suggests that only 9% of people actually make their resolutions, complete their resolutions. In fact, that same research went on to show that 23% of people quit their resolutions in the first week and 43% by the end of January. Now, don't get me wrong, if resolutions work for you, then keep doing it. If it works, don't change it. But I hope by the end of this presentation, you might learn some new tools that will enhance your overall life and maybe boost your resolution setting. Now, intentions are different because they are actually commitments. They're commitments to ourselves about a way of being, which influences our actions, decisions, and our goals. Resolutions are usually based on things that, again, that we want to change about our life, where intentions are based on how we want to improve our way of being in our life. Resolutions are driven by results or consequences. And then intentions are really driven by self-awareness and achievements. Resolutions, we come out of it with success or failures. Intentions, we are either learning or we are knowing. So we're growing in these. The difference really is about we set this once a year, or we can set it every day, every hour, every month, every year. You can have multiple intentions, but we have the ability to be more intentional about it, which makes us ultimately more focused. We know where we want to aim. Each of us are going to have similar desires, and we're going to approach them very differently. Committing to a way that feels right to you and knowing that these intentions are going to support your desires and guide the actions according to the best version of yourself. Now, when setting an intention, it's important for a couple things. One, you have to believe it. And this is your intention of a way of being that cannot be swayed by another. So you might think about it kind of like a value. Nobody else can tell you the value of your intention. It's also important that when you set an intention, you find language that works for you. Now, these are just examples. The statements are examples, and these are examples of ways of being. But we want those to align with what's really important for you to show up as your best self. So maintaining an open mind in conversation, really that just means I'm being curious and aware is really important to me. Being curious about the perspective of others. Being present with time really just means that you want to have integrity, to be more present when you're with your kids, at dinner, maybe with friends, to really be there and to be present. So when setting a meditation or an intention in meditation, I want to ask the question. I kind of started out in this perception that people have a resistance to meditation. How many of you already have a practice of meditation by a show of hands? Maybe something you're already engaged in. All right, so fair enough. Meditation can be a little intimidating. For me, when I first started learning about it, I had to grasp the fact that meditation is not about not thinking. Meditation is about listening to that inner dialogue, listening and getting to know yourself, and being able to reflect and learn from what worked and what didn't work. It's about really being present. Our brains are just another muscle. And if you can think about just walking around holding up a 10-pound dumbbell all the time, your muscle, your bicep is going to just become a knot. That's what happens to our brains. And so that's where we struggle with being more curious. We struggle with being present. So this practice of being present in meditation, recognizing who I am through this self-reflection and self-awareness is where we can enhance that skill. I think about in meditation, the thoughts are just like puppies and children. They just want attention. And so if we just take this time when we're in meditation, notice our thoughts. We don't get attached to them, but we get in this practice of bringing our thoughts back to the present moment, noticing what is and bring it back, just like a puppy and just like a child. They just need that practice and reminding of what it means to stay put and to be focused. Meditation with intention is bringing our intention, our commitment to ourselves into our meditation. So seeing myself in that way of being. So let's say, going back to yesterday's conversation, I made a choice to join the gym. Now my decision is to make a financial investment, and my decision is to find a schedule that works with that so that the actions I take are going to give me the results that I was looking for. So let's say I'm an eager beaver and I make the decision I'm going to do the 5 a.m. classes. I start out strong for the first few days, and then I start hitting snooze and I start oversleeping. By evaluating my choices and my intention, now I know that with my intention and that commitment to myself, I can flex. I didn't fail anywhere. It's not the first of the year. I don't have to give up. I can flex. Maybe it's at lunchtime, maybe it's in the end of the day. And through this reassessment of my intention and how it's working, that commitment, I have the ability to change that anytime without feeling like a failure or giving up. It's good to come back and revisit this intention throughout the day as well, not because I have this expectation of what I'm supposed to be doing and making myself wrong, but because I want to be able to just check in with myself. Now, if we forget our intentions throughout the day, again, it's not making you wrong. You can easily accept the fact that you did forget, but I want to tell you, setting this commitment in a meditation, it's already there. It's part of who you are. You didn't forget. It's already in you. So we're going to practice a meditation here, just kind of a brief intentional meditation. So show me, I'd like you to grab a notepad and a pen. Show me when you've got that. Now, if you don't have something like a notepad and a pen close by, thank you, Shara. If you don't have something close by, you can also use your electronic device, but science has proven that when we write something down, really does kind of resonate with us a little bit more. So I'm going to take just about 30 seconds here and let's jot down a commitment that we want to make for ourselves. What works for you? Find the language that works for you. And again, it's about a way of being, not something you have to change or do differently. So today, my commitment may be as simple as to be more self-aware. Just take a couple more seconds here and write down your intention for today, your commitment to yourself. I want to rush anyone. A couple more seconds here. So just taking this in, why this commitment? What does it look like to be this commitment, to be more self-aware, to be more self-respectful, right? What does that look like? So, in order for us to get in this meditation, I'm just going to guide you. It's going to be a brief meditation. We're going to start by just getting comfortable. So, sitting back in your chairs, hopefully in a place where you can be uninterrupted. And we're just going to give ourselves, just follow my voice and just make my voice yours. I give myself permission just for the next 3 to 4 minutes to just be present, letting everything else go. What was and what's next. We're going to get with just being here. Resting your hands on your lap, resting your feet on the ground, and just becoming present to your breath. Closing your eyes down, noticing that air as it hits the tip of your nose, as it comes to your lips, then using your imagination and following that breath down your throat, imagining it just going down into your diaphragm as you just relax and let everything go and being present in the moment. Now, following my voice and just breathing comfortably, we're going to do that box breathing next. So I'm going to ask you, what we'll do is an inhale for a count of 4, hold for a count of 4, release for a count of 4, and then hold again for a count of 4. Just listening to my voice. On your next inhale, breathing comfortably, inhale for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold 3, 2, 1. Release for 2, 3, 4, and hold for 3, 2, 1. Relax and just come back to your breathing cadence and just breathe comfortably. And now I'm going to ask you to just use your imagination and bring your attention to the bottom of your feet. Just noticing your feet inside your shoes. Maybe noticing the tops of your feet. Wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Bring your attention up into your ankles now. Noticing your shins, noticing your calves, noticing any kind of fabric, your jeans, your pants on your legs, noticing your knees, imagining the backs of your knees, noticing your seat in the chair beneath you, relaxing your hips. Just imagine any kind of tension there in your muscles. Imagine them as if they are ribbons and just let them flow and let them go. Bring your attention back up into your body here, into the front of your torso, to the back of your torso. Again, any kind of tension you feel, imagine those muscles just turning into ribbons. Let it go. Letting your arms go, letting your fingers go. Maybe you notice the weight there of your arms. Bring your attention up into your shoulders and again, just kind of roll them back. Let the muscles go. Noticing your neck. Drop your jaw. Relax your tongue. Bring your attention into your eyes, noticing any kind of light or pixels of colors on the inside of your eyelids. Relaxing your temples, your furrowed brow. Bring your attention all the way to the top of your head now. Bring your attention there, and maybe you even notice a little tingling sensation. If you notice nothing at all, there's nothing at all. It is what it is. And now just imagine those flowing ribbons flowing down over your head, down your neck, into your shoulders, down your arms, the front of your torso, the back of your torso. Bring it down into your seat, to your legs, down all the way into your shoes. All of your muscles just relaxed, present in the moment, and just breathing. Noticing your breath. And I want you to bring your thoughts back to the present moment and recalling your commitment that you made to yourself today. Coming back to that commitment that you wrote down. And I want you to come back to your why you chose that commitment. And I want you to use your imagination, seeing yourself already being that commitment, being more present, being more self-aware. What does that look like in your imagination? You've already been the best version of yourself, best mother, father, best friend and employee. What does that look like for the best version of yourself? Being into that commitment. Just breathing comfortably still. Notice where this feeling is in your body now. Is it in your abdomen, in your chest? Where do you feel this sense of the best version of yourself being? Now hang on to this feeling. I'm going to have you come back to the present moment. We're going to open our eyes in a moment. But hang on to that feeling of being that best version of yourself and being more self-aware, whatever that commitment was. Come back to your breath. Maybe wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. And on your next inhale, I want you to take a deep breath, hold it for a second, and then let all that air go. So take a deep breath, bringing ourselves back to the moment. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. Being present and really getting into the moment, recognizing our best self already as if it's already been here. We've already done it. This is compassion. This is true self-awareness. This reflection and this ability to tap into our desires and what it feels like to already be there is where ultimate success comes from. Coming back to this throughout the day, again, it's okay if you don't remember it. It is already part of who you are. But coming back and revisiting this is where we continue to grow through this self-awareness. Now, it's not likely that everybody had their ideal version or their ideal journal with them today. So I'm going to challenge you. This commitment that you made to yourself today, find a notebook or find a journal. Invest in a journal that you are going to be eager and excited to use daily. Keep that journal or notebook next to your nightstand, because that's also a great place to write those things that we shouldn't be thinking about when we're thinking about those things we should be sleeping. Instead, we're thinking about. Does that happen to anybody but me? It's not just me. That's a great place to write those, but then also to come back and reflect on those commitments. What do you need to change? What do you need to do differently? What did you learn? And what did you learn about yourself? This is the best way of being. Be true to yourself. Be nice to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Again, we either know it or we're learning it. Setting with intention is where we grow the most. And I hope today that you will have the very best day and that you will be the very best version of yourself. Be good. Thank you.